Matt Gaetz, after failing his nomination to be Attorney General of the United States, because it was just a little too much for Republican senators to go with the guy accused of statutory rape and serial sex trafficking across state lines of minors. After that didn't work out, Gaetz kind of disappeared. He said, I'll do cameos. He went on Cameo, but he otherwise kind of disappeared. He has resurfaced, and he resurfaced in Phoenix, Arizona over the weekend at AmFest, the event put on by Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. And he seems completely self-humiliated. And he throws out some maybes about what he might next get himself involved in. I don't feel bad for the guy, but it is notable just how pathetic he is. Listen to this.
Many have asked which perch I will be fighting from next.
Yes, everybody's waiting with bated breath to know what is Matt Gaetz going to do next.
And some of you throughout this conference have even given me a few suggestions. My fellow Floridians have asked me to eye the governor's mansion in Tallahassee.
I'm sure they're desperate for you to do that, Matt.
Maybe special counsel to go after the insider trading for my former colleagues in Congress. It seems I may not have had enough support in the United States Senate. Maybe I'll just run for Marco Rubio's vacant seat in the United States Senate and join some of those folks.
Yeah.
And my friend Steve Bannon and others have suggested that I return to the House of Representatives on January 3rd, but I would remind Steve, when he got out of prison, he didn't punch a guard on the way out. For the moment, I'll enjoy being one of you. It was James Madison who said that the most powerful position in America would not be congressman or senator or even president, but that of citizen, because we put such an obligation on the citizenry to ignite the patriotism that the country needs.
What a guy, huh? Just exactly who we need in a position of power. I will admit, to me, the funniest idea is just to show up on January 3rd. Now, there's a technicality which some people have mentioned, which is that he resigned. So he won re-election in November. And then when he was nominated to AG, he resigned. So there are people who are saying he resigned from the current congressional class, but he still won and could show up and just pledge the oath for the next congressional session on January 3rd. I don't know whether he could or couldn't do that. There may be something to that, but it reminds me of the Larry David story, which once made it into a Seinfeld, where Larry David had some job where he threw a tantrum and said, I quit, and just, left. Thinking better of it that night, he said, damn it, I wish I hadn't have done that. And the ultimate thing that he did was show up the next day, pretending that it was all a joke, just show up to work. And when they say, didn't you quit yesterday? Oh, no, of course I still work here. It's essentially what some are suggesting that Matt Gaetz do. I don't think he's going to do it. He said he is not going to show up on January 3rd and take the oath. The funniest thing to me is not only how he has completely humiliated himself, but also the fact that he thinks everybody is really eager to see what he does next. What I hope he does next is absolutely nothing, because the country is better off the further he is from any kind of decision-making power. Stick to Cameo, which, by the way, doesn't seem like it's going particularly well. Let's take a quick break. Make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, approaching 3 million subscribers, youtube.com/The David Pakman Show. After the break, many of you have been asking for this. David, give us the list. Why did Kamala Harris lose? I believe we are ready to present that list after this short break. Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine, and in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, The Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order the Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.